Has anyone had a day where you don't feel good enough for something?
Yeah.
Yeah? Or a day where you don't feel loved enough, or beautiful enough, or smart enough? Yeah? Where the bar is up here and you feel like you're just constantly measuring it about here. Yeah. For me, I struggle a lot with these lies. Lies of not mattering, lies of not being worth enough, lies of people not caring or not wanting to know if I'm not doing well. And as I've travelled around the world, I've noticed that, you know, when we get underneath the masks of our everyday, hi, how you going? Yeah, good, thank you. You know, it's something that each and every one of us struggle with. Lies of just not measuring up to the bar that's set. But what I realised a few years ago is that for every time we say we're not something, Christ comes back at that and he says, yes, you are. So I would say, I'm not loved very much. And Christ would say, you are loved so much more than you know. I'd say, I'm not worth much. Christ would say, you are worth more than you know. I made you for greatness. You know, these are the truths that he speaks over each and every one of our lives. You matter. You are loved. You are adored and cherished and wanted. And nothing you can do can change that scenario. He speaks it over every one of our lives, over and over and over again. He doesn't get tired of reminding us how much we are loved. We are loved to the core of our being. We are the beloved sons and daughters of the Father. You know, sometimes life can get really hard. Sometimes we struggle with being depressed or being anxious about things. But even in the midst of those times, we are not alone. Christ is with us in those times. Christ stands in the middle of our darkness, in the middle of our pain and our brokenness. And he says, these lies that you believe about yourself, this is not who you are. Come and sit and let me tell you who you are. You know, sometimes life gets to the point where it's hard to take a breath, where it's hard to know what's going to happen tomorrow, and we don't know how to take that next step forward. For some of us, even getting out of bed can be a challenge. But even in those moments, even in the midst of the fight for going on and getting that breath and taking that next step, in the midst of all of that, Christ is with us. You know, sometimes our shame and our blindness doesn't allow us to see how much we're loved. But in the midst of our pain and brokenness, Christ lifts our head so he can look us in the eye and he says, you are loved so much more than you know. Sure, we don't know what's happening tomorrow, but we know the truth that we are loved, that we are wanted and cherished. You know, life can change in the blink of an eye, but we can stand on the fact, we can find our solid ground on the fact that God is good and God is faithful, yesterday, today, and tomorrow, forever. He is Emmanuel, God with us, in all circumstances, no matter how dark it seems. This next song is called O Child of Mine.